on YouTube and WesternIowaToday.com and TV. Tom Robbins alongside Cody Weaver here. Tonight's Atlantic boys basketball team will host Denison-Schleswig in their regular season finale tonight. Senior night here in Atlantic. And the Trojans are coming off a 51-43 win over Lennox last Friday night. And Coach Franken hopes that this team can carry this momentum into this contest tonight against the Monarchs. In that game, Blaine Grady, he had a great game. He stood out for the Monarchs, scoring 19 points and 7 out of 13 shooting in that ball game. And Kenny Jewell at Atlantic in that first meeting at Denison with 14 points. Again, the Monarchs winning that 51-43. This is the season finale for both these teams. Atlantic will be at Ballard on Monday night for the sub-state first round game. And we'll have that on 95.7 FM on Monday night. Broadcast brought to you by Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop, locations in Atlantic and Carroll. First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. First Whitney Bank. And Body Basic, call 254-BODY. Get your body back to basics. And the Sea Pros, so by your side to maximize yields. Forward go. Your Pioneer Pros, John Becker, Mark Ben, Tiger, Gary Dinkler, and Nick Knudsen. Also brought to you by 2nd Street Auto, your transmission pros, and Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors. Outfitters Plus Outlet Store, your home for personalized sports apparel in Atlantic. And the Super Bowl. Grab the gang and head to the Super Bowl for Grow Molding every Friday and Saturday night. Switta, they're safe, reliable Switta for all your transportation needs. And Stein Seed. Stein has yield. Contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee, Bakery, Deli, Grocery, Meat Department of Pharmacy. Always there for you. Your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Atlantic Ag and Auto, your locally owned full-line CarQuest retail store in Atlantic. And Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, a hometown bank for hometown people. A member FDIC. And Greg Young Automotive Group in Atlantic. They go the extra mile for you. And Olson's BP. Great food, Godfather's Pizza, and quality BP fuel to keep you going company. Olson's BP in Atlantic. Also brought to you by Oak Point Wealth Management. Aaron Friend, Oak Point Wealth Management, located inside Snyder and Associates in Atlantic. Well, Cody, we started back in November. Here we are, February 18th. And, of course, you're going to be in Des Moines for the next 3 days, starting tomorrow.
4 days, yeah.
And covering state wrestling, but we're back with one final regular season game here tonight. Atlantic coming off a win over Lennox.
Yeah, I mean, the win over Lennox, you talked about the Funk kid, for Lennox and how athletic he is. And they did a good job. Atlantic did a good job against him. And, they played really well, scored some, quite a few points higher than the season average. And they have the home court advantage and the home court fans. It's senior night for the 2 seniors that we've got, and it's nice to be home, I guess, for kind of the last game. And hopefully they continue to play the way they played against Lennox.
And you're right, Atlantic averaging 49 coming in, and he scored over 50 points. As you mentioned, Cody, last Friday night, Denison-Schleswig, they come in averaging about 39 points a game. They had a good one, though, against the Trojans on their home floor. Winning that one 51-43. Senior night tonight, the basketball players honored and the archery athletes also honored tonight. Coach Rola's shooters also honored here at senior night here in Atlantic. And we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with the starters right after these.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service.
First Whitney Bank is the longest-standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
Back to Atlantic as we get set for the starting lineups. Monarchs coached by Derek Fink, the head man, the athletic director there at Denison as well. Monarchs come in with a 2-18 record, 2-6 at home. Both those wins at home 0-12 on the road, and 2-8 in the conference. Atlantic with a 3-17 record, 2-8 at home, 1-9 away, and 1-9 in the Hawkeye 10 conference. If you take a look at the starters being introduced here shortly, as you can see to your left of your screen, the Monarchs in their road purple and gold uniforms. Atlantic in their home white uniforms here this evening. Again, Derek Bent, coach, and of course, 6 o'clock start time, and get everybody home before it really gets cold here tonight. And Atlantic not having school tomorrow. It's an early out day anyway, and so they're not going to have school tomorrow. We'll have the Atlantic Harlan girls basketball game though tomorrow night on 95.7 FM. Our live stream this evening powered by Michelinette as we take a look at the starting lineups for the Monarchs. Blaine Grady, a 6'5" junior, as we mentioned earlier, had 19 points against the Trojans in the first outing. Grady is a 6'5" junior. Also, Camden Nimitz, a 6'3" junior, getting a start. Also starting is going to be Lincoln Back, a 6-foot junior. And Wilson Rippon, he had a great start in that game at Denison. And Bigness, Roman Bigness, will start for the Monarchs. So they'll go with Lincoln Back, a 6-foot junior. Camden Nimitz, a 6'3" junior. And Blaine Grady, a 6'5" junior. Wilson Rippon, a 6'3" sophomore. And Roman Bigness, a 5'10" junior, getting a start here for the Monarchs. For Atlantic, Kinnick Jewell, a 5'9" senior, gets a start. Hudson McLaren, a 6'1" junior. Shelton Walia, a 6'4" junior. Grant Petty, a 6'1" sophomore. And Gavin McLaren, a 6'2" junior for Atlantic. Jewell averaging about 10.63 points a game. Hudson McLaren coming in, averaging just over 3, just under 4 points a contest. Shelton Walia had a good game at Lennox. He's averaging 6.6 a game. Grant Petty about 7.6. And Gavin McLaren leads the team, averaging 13 points a game. Head coach Dalton Franken for the Trojans. We'll keep it right here as we'll have our national anthem as the color guard will head to the center court here this evening. And we'll keep it here for our national anthem.
We'd like to ask that you all please rise if you're able. Face the flag at mid-court. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's color guard is being presented by the Atlantic Veterans Color Guard.
And we're set to go. Our tip-off. Opening tip brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, a local bank, the only bank you'll ever need, First Whitney Bank.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped.
And welcome back as we're getting set to go here, the tip-off. Blaine Grady tipping it for the Monarchs, wearing number 11 there at center court. And Shelton Malia tipping up for Atlantic. Malia, a 6'4" junior. And Blaine Grady, a 6'5 junior. There's the tip, and it's Moya with the tip for Atlantic, and McLaren runs it down. For the Trojans, we're underway here. A live video stream at westerniowatoday.com, TV, YouTube, powered by Nish Nanette. Atlantic front court possession, McLaren. And Petty left wing with the basketball, back out top to McLaren. Monarchs out of the man defense to start the game. Moya, Petty off the screen. Inside to Kennick Jewell. Jewell to McLaren, powers one up, and it is no good. And the rebound, Petty took it right away from Rippon. Trojans regained possession, get a new shot clock. Here's Moya at the elbow. Jewell at the top. He had 14 points against the Monarchs first time around. Petty for three. Can't get it to go, and the Monarchs run it down with Lincoln back, and he'll handle the ball in the front court. Monarchs' first possession. Beck off the screen. Inside to Rippon. Bigness fires a three, can't get it to go. Rebound, Moya for Atlantic. Trojans on the run, just underway here. Moya pivots, there's a jumper, good. Shelton Moya puts Atlantic up 2-0. Well, he's got it in him.
Yeah, that was a nice touch, just a quick jumper right there.
Moya with the bucket, averaging 6 points a game for the Trojans. Rippon, baseline drive, Nimitz. For three on the left side, no good by Beck, and the rebound comes off the Trojans, and it's knocked out of bounds by Atlantic. Monarchs get the ball back the other way. Denison-Schleswig average about 39.3 a game coming in, and Atlantic at 49.25. Bigness will throw it in from the far boundary. Rippon takes it top of the circle. Bigness picked up by Kennick Jewell. Atlantic in a man defense as well. Grady with it. Grady had 19 against the Trojans the first outing here about 10 days ago. Bigness on the drive. Good D by Jewell. Back out to Grady. Grady baseline. Jewell tapped it away. We've got a whistle, a foul called on a Blaine Grady for reaching after Kennick Jewell with a hustle play for Atlantic.
That was
Cody.
a great job by Kennick hustling in there on senior night, causing that interruption and drawing the foul.
Atlantic up 2-0. Your score brought to you by the Seed Pros. By your side to maximize yield from the word go. Your Pioneer Pros, John Becker, Mark Ventiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knutson. And they go inside of McLaren again. He puts it off the glass and in. Gavin with two. Moya with two. Atlantic up 4-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Bigness, baseline drive, and gets it across the paint. Nimitz shot, no. Rebound tip back to Nimitz. Grady will reset for the Monarchs. 5:36 to go first quarter. Atlantic shutting out Denison-Schleswig so far 4-0. Pass near side to Lincoln Beck. This is Beck down the right block. Jump, shoots, misses. Rebound off to Rippon for the Monarchs, and they'll reset the clock. On the drive, Nimitz, and a steal by Atlantic.
Yeah, and that long, lanky arm there by Shaw. I'll spit the name out one of these seconds.
Moya.
Moya.
There you go. Jewell
Shelton Moya.
Petty baseline drive for Atlantic across the paint to Moya, and that ball went out of bounds on the pass. Turnover Atlantic, 5 minutes to go first quarter.
Defense has really been tight. I mean, they're playing really well right now to start, and Denison having a tough time getting it in the bucket.
Santi Lopez and Owen Galvin come in for the Monarchs. Galvin handles the ball, and it's almost stripped away. Moya with the steal, but knocked out of bounds. Well, I like the way Atlantic comes out hustling or attacking, like you said, on defense. Galvin will throw it in near his sideline. 4:50 left to go first quarter. Atlantic up 4-0. Santos with the ball out top. Santi Lopez. Bigness. Galvin, he's open. Head fake drive, pops from the elbow. Little teardrop, missed a shot. McLaren board. Kick out Jewell. Pass to Moya down the left side. Layup no good. Rebound ripped down by Bigness for the Monarchs. Boy, they're hungry for a score here. 4:20 to go first quarter. Santi Lopez out to Galvin. Galvin guarded closely by Grant Petty. We've got a foul call on Grant, I believe, with 4:13 to go first quarter. Still 4-0 Atlantic with the lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Terrell is going to jump off the bench, and Grant will come out for his first foul. So Galvin will throw it in from the near sideline for the Monarchs. Coach Fink has gone too deep into his lineup. Galvin, top of the circle, handles it. Picked up by Terrell. Near side to Beck. He'll launch the triple off the mark. And the ball out of bounds. Atlantic gets the ball back the other way.
Yeah, I mean, watching Denison warm up, they were, the percentage-wise, Atlantic was making a lot more of their warm-up shots. So hopefully, with that home court advantage, you have that all the way throughout the game.
Really, both teams have not had great looks yet. And Galvin out top with Lopez. Nimitz in there. Blaine Grady and ripping it back in. Malia handles it for Atlantic at the top. Hudson McLaren lobs to Gavin McLaren, right baseline. Gavin looks for a cutter. Skipper out top to Jewell. He'll drive in. He had 14 first time out against the Monarchs, and he can't get that one to fall. Rip and rebound for Denison-Schleswig. Move the ball into the front court with Nimitz. He'll move it out top to Galvin. 3.5 to go first quarter. Denison-Schleswig still no score here in this stanza, but Atlantic hasn't exactly lit up on fire either. 4-0. Here's a three ball on the way. No good. Missed everything. Nimitz with the miss. Jewell with the rebound. McLaren. Gavin McLaren. He'll power it up and good. He draws the foul. McLaren with the bucket and one. Gavin with 4. Atlantic up 6-0.
Yeah, and that's 2 on Grady. And you said Grady was the number 1 scorer there. And I had 19 against them at home. So already a little bit of foul trouble here halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, and he scored way over his average of 9.9. McLaren drains the free throw. Atlantic up 7-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard as we near the 3-minute mark to go in the first quarter. Galvin driving, jump stop, layup. He got it. Monarchs get on the board 7-2 with about the 3-minute mark to go in the first quarter. Kennick Jewell back over to Hudson McLaren for Atlantic. Lopez guarding McLaren at the top of the circle. Malia drives in, stops, pops, and he missed the shot. Rebound. Grady, the 6'5 junior for the Monarchs. He'll bring it across. He's averaging about 8 rebounds a game. Snagged that one for Denison. Rippin. To Galvin. Nice spin by Galvin, but good hands by Jewell. 18 the shot clock for Denison. Blaine Grady's been held in check here this first quarter. Rippin. He'll leave it off for Galvin. I think with a 7-2 lead. Here's the pass into Rippin. He'll finish. Blocked by Hudson McLaren. Picked up by Gavin. He'll take it all the way down, and we got a whistle. And a blocking foul called on Denison. That'll be 3 on the Monarchs. Shooting foul for Gavin McLaren. He has 5 points. He steps back to free throw line for the Trojans. Gavin, a 48% free throw shooter. He's 45 of 93. He's now 47 of 95 on the year. He's 2 for 2 from the line here this evening. He has 6 points for Atlantic. And the Trojans up 8-2 on the Seed Pros scoreboard, trying to avenge an earlier loss to the Monarchs. Here's the second free throw. McLaren missed that one. Rims out. Rebound, Reed Woodward. He gets the bucket for the Trojans.
Oh, that was slick. Sawyer Terrell there, kind of knocked it down. Reed just got it on the bounce and put it right back up.
Galvin, 3 for the baseline. Got it, Galvin. He has all 5 of the Monarchs' points. 10-5 Trojans. Jewell bring it across the half-court line for Atlantic. Sawyer Terrell. Jewell, 3, no good. Rebound Galvin for the Monarchs. 10-5 Atlantic with the lead. Blaine Grady for a triple. Can't get it to go. Rebound inside, big miss, and he lost the handle. We got a foul called, though, I believe, on Atlantic. And it's going to be the Monarchs basketball. That'll be 2 on Atlantic here in the first quarter. We'll check that. Substitution for the Trojans. Woodward comes out. He had 2 points. 1:24 to go here in the first quarter. Bigness to toss it in. Blaine Grady gets position and a foul call the Trojans. Well, Grady had position and he just muscled his way back to the basket there. The foul called Atlantic. That's 3 of the Trojans. 1:20 left to go, first quarter. Atlantic up 10-5 on the Steve Pro scoreboard. So Grady will shoot. First one is in. Second free throw for Blaine Grady. About a 63% free throw shooter. He's 40 of 63 now. He made them both. Nice stroke. Now it's a 10-7 game. The Monarchs have scratched and clawed their way back. Jewell on the drive, runner up, no good. Rebound, Grady for Denison-Schleswig. And the Monarchs are just quietly coming back.
Yeah, you're going to have to get somebody inside in the paint there, under the bucket.
Grady averaging 8 rebounds a game, snagged that one. Grady on the drive, runner up, no good. He draws the foul. That's 4 in Atlantic here in the first quarter. That shooting foul for Blaine Grady. He's 2 for 2 from the line, yet to get a field goal. He can pull the Monarchs within 1 here if he makes both these free shots. Nimitz will check in shortly for Denison-Schleswig. Grady's free throw good. Grady 3 for 3. 10-8. Atlantic's lead cut to 2. 53 seconds to go here this first quarter. So Blaine Grady will shoot another one. Yeah, he went off at Atlantic with 19 points, as you mentioned, Cody. Averaging just shy of 10 coming in. And he makes another one here. Grady 4 for 4 from the line, and now it's just like that, a 10-9 game. As the Monarchs on a 7-0 run here, late first quarter. And Jewell will handle it for Atlantic across the timeline. Jewell looks in at Gab McLaren. He'll take it. Muscles one up. Rippon was there to slap it away. Picked up by Nimitz. Beck slices through. Kicked the ball. It's going to be another foul in Atlantic. And that's going to be 5 of the Trojans. So a shooting foul for Lincoln Beck, the 6-foot junior. Atlantic down with 5 fouls in the first quarter play. Sawyer Terrell with his first. McLaren will check in as Beck will shoot 2. His first one in flight and no good off the front iron. Monarchs 4 for 5 from the line. Beck. Second free throw coming up. 53% free throw shooter. He's 17 of 33 now. He'll have another one coming up for the Monarchs. Try to tie it up here. Late first quarter. That free throw is in flight and good. Tied at 10. 8-0 run by the Monarchs to get it tied up. Trojans slow it down here with game clock and shot clock synchronized here with 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hudson McLaren to Malia, top of the circle. He'll whip it over to Kenny Jewell. Malia giving it a go, and we got to whistle another foul call. 9 fouls called here in this first quarter. And 2 shots coming for Shelton Malia for Atlantic. Malia with 2 points here in this first quarter. 6 of 22 from the line, about a 27% clip, and he missed that one. Trojans 2 for 4 from the free throw line here in this first quarter. Score is still tied at 10. Nimitz comes out and Blaine Grady back in for Coach Fink and the Monarchs with 17 ticks on the clock here in the first quarter. Malia eyes the rim, dips his knees. There it is. It's good. Malia with 3. Atlantic regains a lead 11-10. 14 seconds on the clock, and Beck bounces out top, guarded by Sawyer Terrell. Grady, and we have a travel call. Good call by the official.
Backed up about 3 steps, yeah, right in the paint there.
Nimitz back in for the Monarchs.
Like maybe he thought he was going to have a little bit of pressure back there, and there was nobody back there, and he kind of had to step.
Hudson McLaren will throw it in for Atlantic with 6 seconds to go first quarter. Trojans have time to get a shot away. Jewell, he can hit that 3. Off the screen, Jewell driving in. Nice layup, missed the shot. Rippon board, and we're through 1. Atlantic 11. Denison-Schleswig 10. Back in a minute here on our live video stream, WesternIowaToday.com.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Want your back at the shop? We talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring.
Welcome back to Atlantic, 11-10. Trojans by 1, but a good run by the Monarchs. Their late first quarter, Cody.
Yeah, they kind of sneaked their way in. A couple 3 balls, though, make a big difference. At least one there.
Yeah, Galvin had that 3. Blaine Grady 4 for 4 from the line. So really the Monarchs just a couple of field goals, but they went on an 8-0 run to tie it at 10. Atlantic able to get a free throw there. Molia to put the Trojans up 11-10 here as we start their second quarter. Grady will throw it in for Denison-Schleswig. Monarchs with Rippon, Beck, Grady, Nimitz, and Bigness. Their starters will check Atlantic here. Trojans with a trap. Good trap by Atlantic. The ball loose. Back into Rippon. He's going to muscle one up. Blocked by Grant Petty. Pass ahead of McLaren. He'll take it to the rim. He'll lay it up and in.
McLaren might want to think about going for that quarterback spot next fall. That was a nice pass.
McLaren to Gavin. He's lighting it up here in the first half. Foul on Grant Petty. Gav McLaren with 8 points. And they're going to have to go to Gavin, I think, here. He had 8 the first time out when they played at the Denison. He was 3 for 10 in that game. He had 3 field goals. He had a couple of free throws. He already has 8 here tonight, averaging just shy of 13. Monarchs in the front court. Bigness drives. Yeah, Bigness lays it up. Missed a shot. Petty swoops in to get the rebound for Atlantic. The sophomore kick out. Jewell sets and fires for 3-0. Rebound tip to Bigness for the Monarchs. Atlantic up by 3 on the Seed Pros scoreboard, 13-10. Grady back out to Beck. Grady wide open. He'll lay it up, and he got it. No, he missed a shot. Got the rebound. His putback is no good. Another offensive board for the Monarchs. Grady again got it this time. And a timeout is called by head coach Dalton Franken. Atlantic with a 1-point lead, 13-12, back in 30.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
13-12, Atlantic with a 1-point lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Grady with 6 points. Lincoln Beck with that free throw. Atlantic by 13-12. Trojans ball after Coach Franken's timeout. Here's Hudson McLaren, top of the circle. Jewell. Guarded by Galvin now in the ball game. Jewell baseline. This is Molia. Jewell. Molia elevates. Hey, nice shot by Molia. Can't get it to go, and a rebound pulled down by Beck. Out to Blaine Grady. Grady 4 for 4 of the free throw line, just 1 field goal. Galvin. Grady. Give it off. Top of the circle to Beck. Rippon. On the drive. Nice pivot. Shot up. Good, and a foul call. That was Bigness. Nice pivot by Bigness. Got position, gets his first buck of the game. And the Monarchs take the lead, 14-13 of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Bigness gets the and one for Denison-Schleswig. They've just had a slow start. They didn't score until about, under 4 to go in the first quarter. Then they went an 8-2 run. And Bigness with the free throw gets the and one. And 15-13, Monarchs with a 2-point lead. Under 6 left here, first half. Gab McClure at the elbow. Grant Petty. Man defense by the Monarchs. Molia. Terrell. McLaren at the top. He'll attack. Molia down low. Gav McLaren. Ball stripped. Picked up by Galvin. Boy, Petty just avoided a foul there. He didn't need that one, and he's able to get out of the way just in time for Atlantic.
Yeah, 2 of them there halfway through that first quarter, so it's needs to play clean here a little while.
Here's Rippon. We got another foul call. This one's on Grant Petty, I believe. Petty was there, and Gavin McLaren. 5:20 to go first half, 15-13. So Grant will come out. 3 fouls. We just talked about him. He had 2 and just picked up his 3rd. Monarchs to throw it in. Rippon. Bigness. Back, guarded by Hudson McLaren. Oh, and almost threw it away. Galvin. Out to Blaine Grady. Grady was 6, had 19 the first time they met. Here's Grady elbow. Bigness driving in. He's going to get a layup. Bigness with 5, and he puts the Monarchs up 17-13. A nice look on that left side. Terrell into Gavin. Layup is good. Gavin going to work tonight. He's got 10. 17-15. Trojans pull within 2 with 4:39 to go here in this first half. Blaine Grady on the dribble for Denison-Schleswig. He'll leave it out for Galvin. Bigness for 3, off the mark. Rebound loose and picked up by Molia. Trojans 2-on-2. Here's Molia taking it in. Layup no. And the rebound, Atlantic. Molia. Hudson. Terrell. 3. Good.
And they needed that. Get a little bit of confidence on that 3 ball and get going here.
Yeah, puts Atlantic back up 18-17. Big 3 by Terrell from that right wing. He can hit that 3-point shot. Player control foul, Denison-Schleswig. Atlantic gets the ball back the other way. Sawyer Terrell, 11 of 29 from the 3-point line. His 11th make this season. He hit a big 3, as you mentioned, Cody. A 35% from beyond the arc is pretty salty. Let's see if they go back to Terrell. He's lined up there on that right baseline. Here's Molia. 3 ball up, no good. Rebound, Nimitz. Monarchs run. Nimitz throws it away. Tipped out by the Trojans. Reed Woodward will check back in for Atlantic with 3:44 on the clock of the first half. Atlantic up 18-17 of the Seed Pros scoreboard. And Bigness will throw it in. Roman Bigness 5 points here in the game. Down to Blaine Grady, layup good.
Left that left side open, and they took advantage of that throw in.
And Grady now with 8, 19-18. Monarchs back up by a point. Here's Gavin, muscles one up. Got it again. Boy, he's going to be big here. Gavin with 12 points.
And you kind of mentioned that partway through the first quarter. They need to use him inside there, and he's pretty much unstoppable so far.
He's about got his average here in this first half. I'm going to whistle another foul call. The Trojans inside. 12 points for Gavin McLaren, and he entered the contest averaging 13 a game, shooting 42% from the field. He's hit a few 3-point shots as well. He can step back and knock them down. He's 8 of those so far this season. Atlantic by a point. Monarchs basketball. Galvin to throw it in. Baseline throw. Rippon. Santi Lopez back in for Coach Fink, and the Monarchs handles the ball at the top. Blaine Grady. Grady with 8 points, averaging 9. Rippon. Lopez. He'll throw up a contested 3. Didn't get it to go. A nice board for Atlantic. Trojans in the front court. Gavin, McLaren, Reed Woodward. Hudson at the top. Gavin playing outside now. No, nice Euro. He missed the shot. Good move inside. The ball ping-pongs its way to the baseline. And then off of Woodward. Good job by Rippon of Denison-Schleswig. The Monarchs will get the ball with 2:40 to go first quarter. And Atlantic a 1-point lead, 2019. So Blaine Grady will throw it in. And Galvin will handle the ball across the half-court line for the Monarchs. 2:36 to go. McLaren putting pressure on Galvin. Almost stepped over the line. He did. Over and back, Denison-Schleswig. We'll give Hudson McLaren credit for that defense.
Well, I mean.
Throw in by Atlantic. 2:31 to go first half. 2019 Trojans with the lead. And the throw into Hudson. Top of the circle. Here's Gavin McLaren down low. He's going to take Rippon. Nope. Back to Hudson. Thought he might take Rippon inside. Woodward in a double pull. Letting going big inside with Gavin McLaren and Reed Woodward. McLaren baseline try, no. And the rebound come off to Blaine Grady. He'll hustle the front court for the Monarchs near the 2-minute mark to go. I think up 2019. Grady guarded by McLaren off the screen. And it's almost a steal by Terrell. They went to Lopez. Nimitz fires a high arcing three at Bahrain. Nimitz missed the shot. McLaren rebound. Trojans try to finish the other end. We got a player control foul on Atlantic. That's 5 of the Trojans here in this second quarter. 10 for the first half. Bigness is in, and Nimitz comes out for the Monarchs with 1:46 to go. Connor Johnson will come in for Atlantic, or excuse me, Hunter Nelson in for the Trojans. His first appearance here in the ball game. And the Monarchs down by a point with the basketball. This is Beck on the dribble for Denison-Schleswig. Blaine Grady. Pressure put on by Gavin McLaren. We got a player control foul on Grady. Got a handout. Well, Gavin's been held, I think, foul-less here in the first half. That's a good news for Atlantic. First foul called on Beck. So they flip-flop player control fouls. Atlantic gets the ball back. 1:35 to go in the first half. Hudson, Terrell, and we got a kick by Beck. Atlantic will inbounds on the near boundary. Trojans led the 11-10 at the end of the first quarter, but it was a NATO run by the Monarchs. And Denison-Schleswig took a 14-13, 15-13, 17-13 lead. Atlantic able to scratch and claw their way back to a 1-point advantage here with 1:28 to go. And now Beck with the steal. He'll go the distance, and it's good. 21-19. For 21-20 Monarchs. We got a timeout call with 1:21 to go. We'll take it with them back in a minute.
The Super Bowl in Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends. The Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
Atlantic, 1:21 to go here in this first half. Cody Weaver, and got a good ball game going on here.
Battling back and forth defensively. There's been, to me, quite a few fouls actually called on both teams. So they're playing.
Well, they called it pretty close early on, and so it's going to be Trojans basketball. Down 21-20. Inbounds Hudson. He throws it away. And Hudson with a nice diving effort. And then wasn't a foul called on Beck, I believe.
It was, yeah.
It's 3 on the Monarchs. So Atlanta gets the ball out of bounds. Down by 1, 21-20. Here's Petty. He's got 3 fouls. And he bounces in. Beck steal. Monarchs get about another foul called on Lang. This one on Jewel.
Petty. Was it on Jewel?
I believe. We'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, Jewel charged with that one. Here comes Hunter Nelson off the bench for Atlantic. That's 3 on Jewel here in the first half as well. Jewell with 3 and Petty with 3 and back at the line for 2. Missed a shot off the heel. Beck 1 for 2 from the line. And Grant will come out. 3 fouls. Jewell stays in with 3. Beck's second free throw is no good. He missed it. Rebound to Nimitz, though, and he throws it away. Jewell with the steal. Here comes Atlantic down low to Nelson.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
he stepped out of bounds.
A little bit of a rush. You might as well take your time.
Sawyer Terrell will check in for Atlantic with 1:08 to go in the half. Kenny Jewell will come out. Monarchs ball up 21-20. Blaine Grady in for Santi Lopez for Denison-Schleswig. Gab McLaren in the first half with 12 points, averaging 12 a game. Had a good first half, and he's in the lineup guarding Rip and Atlantic in that man-to-man defense. Minute to go, first half. Beck, he's in trouble there, gets it out top to Bigness. Rippen's been held quiet in the first half. Oh, nice behind the back delivery. Grady missed the shot, but a putback by Beck.
I have no idea how Beck controlled that shot. It looked like he hit it with his fist.
23-20 Monarchs, another timeout called. This one by Atlantic with 45 seconds to go. A 30-second break. We're back right after this.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8.
Welcome back, Coach. If I can call a timeout. 23-20, Denison-Schleswig by 3.
Do you know, Tom, who Denison plays first round?
We'll look it up here a little bit. I know they think they head north, Cody. Trojans inbound the ball. Nelson backcourt for the Trojans. Hudson McLaren handles the ball for Atlantic in that front court. Nelson, man, he is fouled. That's 4 on Denison. We have about 10 fouls first quarter, up to about 19 in the first half.
At least they're consistent.
Yeah, that's right. They keep it under control, no doubt about it. Hudson throw it into Molia. Poked away by Rippon. Picked up by Santi Lopez. Monarchs have 22 seconds here in the first half. They're up by 3. Beck trapped. Rippon. Lopez. Here's Galvin for 3. Missed the shot. Rebound, Nelson. Atlantic has time, 7 seconds. 4. Hudson runner. Missed the shot. Molia rebound. Out to Terrell for 2. No, and that's it here in the first half. 23-20. Denison-Schleswig with the lead here at the halftime break. Halftime brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel. And your home for the great Godfather's Pizza back in 30 on WesternIowaToday.com.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic here at halftime. It's the season finale for the Trojans and the Monarchs. Senior night for the Atlantic Archers and also the boys basketball team. Coming up tomorrow night, the Atlantic girls will be in Harlan for a regional semifinal. It's going to be the third matchup between the two teams, and they split here during the regular season. We'll have the broadcast pregame at 6:30 on 95.7 FM radio dial. And the tip-off at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, some of these games have been moved forward, so stay tuned, and we'll see if they start that thing at 7 o'clock, their regular time. But it's going to be a cold one here tomorrow as well. Taking a look at the first half scoring, we'll start with the Monarchs. Blaine Grady in the first half. He ended up 4 for 4 from the line, and he had 8 points for the Monarchs, averaging 9 coming in. Roman Bigness with 5 points. Owen Galvin had 5. He had a 3-ball. Linking it back with 3 points for Denison-Schleswig. And for Atlantic, Sawyer Terrell had that big 3. Also, Gavin McLaren in the first half with 12 points. And Shelton Molia, 6'4" junior, with the 3 for Atlantic. So Denison-Schleswig, I think the big story in the first half was that 8-2 run. Atlantic jumped out to a 10-2 lead. It took the Monarchs a while to score. They were down 7-0 before they finally got a bucket with about 4 minutes to go in that first quarter. But then they just started chipping away at the lead. Atlantic led 11-10 after 1 quarter play. And the Monarchs leading 23-20 here at the halftime break. And we'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Dalton Franken makes here at halftime, Cody.
Yeah, we saw, Gavin work inside there, and it worked pretty decent. It seemed like rebounding, though. Denison had the advantage in the paint there. But defensively, both teams playing really well. Atlantic, a lot of hustle. Seemed like they kind of cleaned the turnovers up, I should say, as we went through that first half. Not a lot of 3 balls by Atlantic, so we can be nice to get that going in the second half.
We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. Halftime, 23-20, Denison-Schleswig.
Hey there, this is Tanner from your Atlantic Hy-Vee, and I've got some exciting news to share. Thanks to your feedback, we're currently rated the friendliest Hy-Vee in the entire company. That's a huge honor, and on behalf of the whole team, thank you to everyone who's taken time to share their thoughts. Did you know you can leave feedback too? Just check the link on the bottom of your Hy-Vee receipt or in your email after a purchase. Whether it's a compliment or constructive criticism, I love reading our surveys and making sure we're always improving. And as always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. Add fantastic food, beverages, plus BP superior fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the keep-you-going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the keep-you-going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
At Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We've been dedicated to our communities for over 35 years. From real estate and ag loans to personal and commercial banking, we offer a full range of financial services tailored to meet your needs. We believe in giving back and being involved in the communities we serve. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram, or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
And welcome back. Halftime at 23-20. Denison-Schleswig with the lead. And I want to say hello to Debbie. She's in Des Moines getting ready to fly out watching this game from a hotel room. So, Debbie, thanks for tuning into our live video stream here. And we hope that your Trojans can come back in the second half here in Atlantic tonight. So, good to hear from you. Well, Cody, interesting first half. And I think, the key is going to be to get the ball back inside of Gavin McLaren.
Yeah, that's what it seemed to work. And if we get inside there, then it'll kind of open up some outside shots that would be non-contested, and hopefully get some of those to go.
Halftime, 23-20 in favor of the Monarchs. As we take a look at that first half scoring again, Gavin McLaren with 10 points, 12 points to lead Atlantic. Sawyer Terrell has 3. Reed Woodward has a pair. And Shelton Malia with 3 points for Atlantic. And 5 players scoring for Denison-Schleswig. Owen Galvin with 5. Lincoln Beck has 3 points. Blaine Grady with 7. In fact, Grady has 8, and Roman Bigness with the 5 for Denison-Schleswig. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. We're back with more from Atlantic right after these.
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth Manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LPL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LPL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my clients' best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Just when you think he's Mr. Perfect, he wakes up and proves me wrong. You can't charge a junk battery. Look here, mister. Replace it. I called Atlantic Ag and Auto, gave them make and model, and they have a new battery waiting at the counter. Go. Go now. Here's a Mr. Pibb and peanut M&Ms to tide you over so you don't have to make any stops. Atlantic and Audubon Ag and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest retail stores. Your go-to for batteries, parts, and sometimes fixing relationship and his hunger problems.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knutson, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
And welcome back to Atlantic. We're at a halftime right now at 23-20 our score here. Monarchs with the lead over the Trojans. As we mentioned earlier, Atlantic jumped out to a 7-0 lead. And then Monarchs able to get back into it on an 8-2 run. The Trojans led 11-10 after one quarter of play. And 23-20 score here at the halftime break, Cody Weaver. So how about what you expect in the second half?
Yeah, hopefully we can get some more inside stuff going and then some three-point shots and add up quite a bit. I'm thinking that Debbie, for some reason, she wants to leave this cold weather, which is so beautiful.
Well, yeah, we've got a couple of more days of that, and then hopefully we'll be able to get warmed up here this weekend. That's kind of the goal here. Well, I tell you, when no school in Atlantic tomorrow, we might mention that as well. So we'll see what happens the rest of the week. Of course, regional basketball coming up tomorrow night. How about those wrestlers heading for Des Moines? Class 2A will start tomorrow evening, and we'll have complete coverage on KSOM starting tomorrow night. And of course, coverage all day long with the 3A in the morning, 1A in the afternoon, and 2A coming on at night as well. So we're getting set to go here in the second half. Coach Franken dialing up and drawing up a diagram here for the Trojans, and they'll come out with Molia, McLaren, Kennick Jewell, and Grant Petty. Now, keep in mind, Jewell and Petty, they both have 3 fouls as they start the second half here. So here we go, Grant Petty will throw it in. 23-20, Atlantic will get the ball first possession as Petty will throw it in for the Trojans. Here we go, out top to Hudson McLaren, and we're on the way here in this second half. Score brought for the Seed Pros. McLaren out to Jewell. Jewell on the drive, runner up, got it. Big shot for Jewell. Boy, Atlantic needed that to start the second half. 23-22. Kennick Jewell with his first bucket of the game. Back at the top of the circle. Wayne Grady with it now high and right. Atlantic in a zone defense, I believe. Now they're in a 1-2-2 zone. Bigness, Wayne Grady, high and right. Out the baseline, Grady back to Rippon inside. Tapped away by Gavin McLaren. Good post defense. Monarchs will get the ball back underneath.
And that's kind of the difference, I guess, for me watching first half versus second half. We were more in the paint there where it was wide open kind of that first half.
Grady takes the inbounds, high and right for the Monarchs. Stops, pops, got a tough shot for Grady. And Blaine Grady with 10 now gets the bucket to go. 25-22 Monarchs. Malia backdoor. McLaren, he'll finish for Atlantic. McLaren with 14 for the Trojans. And Denison-Schleswig. Lead cut to 125-24. Blaine Grady with the basketball. And a shot up and no good. And we've got a whistle and a foul called Atlantic. 6:49 left to go here in this third quarter. Welcome to the broadcast now on 95.7 FM as the regional basketball game with Exire HK is all in, all done. We're back on the radio here at 95 and our live video stream as well. Blaine Grady high and right. The score 25-24. If you haven't been on the live stream, now on the radio in favor of the Monarchs. Another foul called inside. We had a lot of fouls in that first half. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. And the Monarchs up 25-24. Here comes Sawyer Terrell in for Grant Petty, who's playing with 3 fouls here.
He's got 4 now. He was the last one that just fouled right there. So,
yeah, did need that one, that's for sure. And the layup, no good. Rebound, McLaren for Atlantic. He'll dribble the front court. Early third quarter, McLaren finds a seam, drives in, lays it up. Tough shot. Rip and rebound for Denison-Schleswig. He'll kick it out to Beck, top of the circle. Beck, double teamed. Over to Nemitz, high and right for Denison. He'll loop it down low. Rippon saves it. Bigness drives it. Shot no, and a foul called on McLaren. Gavin with 6:08 to play third quarter, 25-24. A 1-point lead for the Monarchs, and they have the basketball. So 2 coming up for Bigness. First half for Bigness. He had 5 points. And the first free throw on the way, and it's good. Bigness with 6. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line now for the Monarchs, and it's a 26-24 Denison-Schleswig lead. Second free throw on the way, and it is good. 27-24 Denison-Schleswig, and Bigness 3 for 3 from the free throw line. I like in the front court. Kennick Jewell, top of the circle. Welcome to the broadcast here on 95.7 FM as well as our live video stream. We're in the second half, under 6 to play third quarter. And a steal by, Kennick Jewell gets it back for Atlantic. A runner and a teardrop, no good. Moya runs it down for the Trojans. Right baseline, guarded by Rippon. Out top to Sawyer Terrell. He'll loop it down to McLaren. Great pass, layup no, and a foul called on the Monarchs with 5:39 to go third quarter. 27-24 Denison-Schleswig. And the Trojans have 2 free throws coming with Gavin and McLaren at the line. McLaren in the first half with 12. He has 14 here for the game, averaging 12, and he missed the free throw. Gavin McLaren now 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Again, 14 for McLaren, averaging just right at 13 a game coming in here tonight. 3-point lead for the Monarchs. Gavin McLaren dips his knees, spins it up, and it's short off the front iron.
Malia with the rebound, though.
Terrell back to Malia, top of the circle to get it. Jewell for 3, missed the shot off the iron. Saved by Bigness. Out to Beck for Denison, and the Monarchs with the basketball in the front court with 5:26 to go here in this third quarter. Beck, near side. Rippon. And he traveled with it. Good call with the official. Switches pivot foot. Atlantic gets the ball back on the turnover. With 5:17 to go, Santi Lopez will come in for Rippon. Monarchs up by 3 on the Seed Pros scoreboard, 27-24. Here's Kennick Jewell across the timeline for Atlantic. 5:14 to go, third quarter. Jewell. Terrell. Moya at the top. Stops. Jump. Shoots. No. And the rebound Beck, I believe, touched it last. The officials looking at each other for help. And I'm not sure neither one of them saw who hit it. They're both in position, Cody.
Yeah.
And they're going to give it to Atlantic. 5:03 to go, third quarter, 27-24. Monarchs with a 3-point lead. And Gavin McLaren to throw it in, out top to Jewell. Jewell, top of the circle, over to Hudson McLaren. Down low to Moya, wide open layup, good! What a great look!
And that was a great pass, right on the money.
Moya with 5 at 27-26. 1-point lead for the Monarchs in the basketball. Sandy Lopez driving, runner up, no good. And the rebound, Blaine Grady had position against the bucket.
And he's kind of been under that hoop all night long.
29-26. Grady averaging 8 rebounds coming in. And he had, as you mentioned, Cody, great position there. And he got the board. He has 50 rebounds in the offensive end coming in. Here's Jewell. Baseline, Terrell, he'll launch the 3. God! Atlantic ties it at 29.
Needed that one.
Terrell Potts his second 3-point shot. 29-29. Basketball belongs to Monarchs. Out top to Santi Lopez for 3. Got it. What a big answer for the Monarchs. Lopez with his first bucket. 32-29, Denison-Schleswig. Back out top to Hudson. Terrell, Gab McLaren inside. Oh, across the paint to Moya. Layup up and good. What a great look by Gavin McLaren.
Yeah, I think Moya was like, what is that? My face. And it was the ball.
32-31, Monarchs by a point. 3:34 to play, third quarter of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Monarchs with the basketball. Beck out top to Lopez. Lopez double team, ball loose. We're going to have a jump ball unless Coach Fink got a timeout ahead of time. And that's evidently not. He has the arrow.
Yeah, he's got the arrow, so it'll be still remain Denison ball.
3:24 to go, third quarter. 32-31, Monarchs by 1 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And the throw in by Blaine Grady into Rippon. Back out top, Beck. Baseline, Grady launches a 3. Good, oh boy. Big 3 for Grady. 35-31, Monarchs back up by 4. Atlantic lose the ball in the front. Grady with the steal on the run for Denison-Schleswig. And he'll loop it out top to Galvin. High and right to Rippon, baseline to Beck. 3 minutes left, third quarter. Beck throws it away. Hudson McLaren with a steal. Over to Kennick Jewell. Back to Sawyer Terrell. And Jewell stepped out of bounds and came back in. Turnover Atlantic. Back to Denison with 2:50 to go, third quarter. And out comes Terrell for the Trojans. 35-31. Monarchs with the lead over Atlantic. Monarchs with the basketball. Back, Rippon, top of the circle. He'll swing it left. Lopez going by Jewell off the screen. Give it to go to Rippon. Double team. Rippon across the paint. Wide open Galvin for 3, and he missed a shot. Kennick Jewell rebounds for Atlantic. Dribbles to the front. Ahead to Moya. He'll take it down low. Layup good. 35-33, Atlantic within a pair. 2:16 to go, third quarter, Denison front court. Beck, Galvin, Lopez. Right side, out top to Beck. 20 the shot clock, plenty of time for Denison. Grady to Galvin, left baseline. He'll take it back to the elbow. Ball loose, and we've got a foul called on Woodward for reaching in. That's going to be first on Reed Woodward. And the Monarchs with the basketball. Lopez. Grady, 3-point shot, missed it. Rebound, pulled down by Connor Johnson. Great board by Johnson. Kick out, Hudson McLaren. McLaren drives, shot up, and is no good. Grady without the rebound. Blaine Grady averaging 8 boards a game. He's had his share tonight, brings it across the half-court line.
I think that was Hunter Nelson, isn't it, in there?
Yeah, excuse me, Hunter Nelson's number 3. Lopez, Galvin, left baseline. Guarded by Hunter Nelson. Back out top to Rippon. He'll set, fire a deep 3, missed a shot. And Nelson rebounds out to Molia. 1:15 to go for third quarter. Atlantic down by 2. Molia driving. Baseline. Hudson. He'll fire a triple. No good. Rebound back for Denison-Schleswig. The Monarchs to the front court. Beck on the dribble for the Monarchs. Guarded by Hudson McLaren. He'll get out to Blaine Grady. 57 seconds to go. Third quarter. Grady top of the circle off the screen. Grady has the ball tapped away by Molia. Runs it down. He goes inside to Rippon. Skipper. Lopez open. Fires a triple. No good. Good block out by McLaren. Foul called on Beck. Job by Hudson McLaren down low to get the board.
And he did a good job boxing out there. I mean, there was no choice but him to go over the back.
So now it's going to be Atlantic's basketball with 41 seconds to go in the third quarter. And we're going to have a timeout. 35-33, Monarchs by a pair. And we're back in 30 seconds.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Is KSWI Atlantic, a proud part of Meredith. KS 95.7.
41 seconds to go, third quarter, 35-33. Monarchs with a 2-point lead. Atlantic's basketball. Welcome to the broadcast here, 95.7 FM after Chris Farney's game at Exira EHK. And also live video streaming as well at westerniowatoday.com, powered by Nishnanet. Trojans, they're going to milk this down. The shot clock and a game clock synchronized here as Kennick Jewell, top of the circle. Guarded by Galvin. He'll work off the screen, angles right. Leaves it off for Hunter Nelson into Gavin. To Jewell. Jewell's got to regain his balance. Back to Molia. He'll fire a shot. No. Rebound to Bigness. 7 seconds. 6-5 to go. Bigness. Galvin fires it for good. What a shot by Galvin at the buzzer. His second three-point basket here in the ball game. And the Monarchs go up 38-33 after 3 quarters of play. Back in a minute with the final quarter on 95.7 FM and our live video stream, westerniowatoday.com.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 25.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Once you're back at the shop, we talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7 and
Welcome back to Atlantic. 8 minutes to go, 38-33 Monarchs with a 5-point lead of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Atlantic's basketball. Hudson McLaren into Gavin. Gavin will take it down low, layup no good. Rebound poked out. Blaine Grady fouled Gavin McLaren. 7:47 to play. Monarchs led 23-20 at half after trailing 11-10 after 1. And they lead by 5, 38-33 as we start the fourth quarter. Galvin with the basketball. Gavin McLaren with his second foul. Petty with 4. And Kennick Jewell playing with 3. Blaine Grady got another offensive foul. Evidently getting that arm out there, Cody Weaver.
Yeah, that's 4 on him, I believe.
Grady with 15 points to lead the Monarchs, averaging 9 coming in. He had 19 against Atlantic in their first meeting. And a foul called on Grady again. He was 7 of 13 shooting in that first game.
Well, they called it on 13.
Okay, it's going to be on. I don't know about 13, but
I mean, Grady shows only 2 fouls, and I know he had at least 3.
Here comes Atlantic. Jewell, top of the circle. He'll give it off to Grant Petty, top of the key. Over to Hudson McLaren, left baseline. Taylor Jensen with it. We haven't seen him play much this year, but he's gotten quite a bit of time tonight. Behind the back pass. I don't know if he went after his own ball. Double dribble they called on Kennick Jewell. 7:21 to play. Monarchs with the basketball up by 5, 38-33 in the Seed Pros scoreboard. Blaine Grady, top of the circle. Bounce pass high post to Rippon. Rippon leaves it off. Nimitz. Right about Hudson McLaren. Galvin, top of the circle. He'll launch the 3. Oh, good. Boy, Galvin. 3 threes for Galvin. 41-33. The biggest advantage for the Monarchs is 8. Timeout, Coach Franken. We're back right after these.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Powered by Nishton, or live stream on westerniowatoday.com TV and YouTube. And on 95.7 FM Atlantic ball. Gavin McLaren high and right to Taylor Jensen. Jensen drives inside, kick left. Petty takes a drive, teardrop, no. Foul called on the Monarchs. Well, that's what you get to when you attack the rim. And Petty with a nice drive inside. He missed the shot but drew the foul. So Grant will be at the free throw line. He has yet to score for the Trojans. We'll see if he can get something to go in here. He's averaging 7.6 a game, shooting 60% from the line. He's 15 of 25, and that free throw's a high arcer and good. 41-34. Monarchs with the lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. 6:48 to play. Second free throw in flight, and it's good. Both makes by Petty. 41-35. Denison-Schleswig and the Monarchs with the basketball. Galvin with 3 threes. Throws it away. Moya on the run. Layup up and God. Here come the Trojans. 41-37. A little 4-0 run. And Moya with 8 points in the second half. He's got 11. Monarchs to the front court. 41-37. Pass out top to Blaine Grady. Grady with 15. He stops, pops, no. Rebound, Gavin McLaren. Moya had a hand on it as well. Kick out to Hudson. Pass hit to Petty. Petty back out top to Taylor Jensen, but he stepped out of bounds.
His feet seemed like he was in the air to me, but it's...
Well, the Trojan fans are not in agreement, but that's the way it goes. 6:14 to go here in the game. 41-37. Monarchs by 4, the Seed Pros scoreboard. Beck will bring it across the timeline. Beck, top of the circle, off the screen, angles right. Looks for a cutter, finds Nimitz in the baseline for 3. In and out, no. Rebound, Moya. Atlantic doing a much better job on the defensive end now, getting boards.
Yeah, there's a couple under the bucket there.
And Moya down into Taylor Jensen, and he lays it up and in. And Atlantic within 2, 41-39.
Yeah, we got some momentum going here now and really tighten the gap up here and some pressure. And offensively, they've been well. And like you said, on the defensive end, they've had a couple guys under the bucket now where instead of Grady being the only guy kind of down there, we've got a couple in there and we're fighting for rebounds. And Malia is so long and lanky, he's able to tip a lot of those out.
Jensen's free throw, no good. He got the end one and missed the free throw, but he got the bucket. 41-39, Monarchs by a pair. 5:50 to play on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Top of the circle, Beck. Back out top to Blaine Grady. He'll swing it left. Bigness, Rippon, low block. And the ball's almost stolen by Jensen. Monarchs get it back. Bigness drives, wild shot, got it, and he's fouled. And the one. What a drive by Bigness. He's had some big plays for the Monarchs. And he gets the and one here. And he's 3 for 3 for the line. Another timeout's going to be called with 5:36 to play. Monarchs back up by 4. We're back right after these.
The Super Bowl in Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends. The Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
43-39, Monarchs with a 4-point advantage with 5:36 to play. Tom Robinson with you alongside Cody Weaver, a live video stream, westerniowatoday.com, YouTube and TV, and here at 95.7 FM. So Bigness will shoot for the Monarchs, 43-39. He tries to get the and one here. He is perfect for the line tonight, and he missed the shot. Rebound. It comes off to Molia. Front court possession for Atlantic. Out top, Gavin McLaren to Jensen. Left side of Hudson McLaren on the dribble, back out top to Gavin McLaren. Swings it left to Molia at the free throw line. Over to Hudson. Good ball movement by the Trojans here. See if they can get a shot. Baseline Jensen back out to Petty. He's open. He'll fire the triple. God! That barely hit the net.
And that's good for Petty. I mean, like you said, he averages 7 points roughly, and he only had 1 or 2 points there.
Inside to Rippon, and Taylor Jensen called with a foul. It's going to be a shooting foul for Rippon. 43-42 Monarchs by a point. They came down to the front court. Their possession. They go down low to Rippon, who is scoreless here in the ball game, and he is at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Atlantic squeezed that lead to 1. Rippon's free throw no good off the back iron. Score remains 43-42. Monarchs with the lead. Rippon's second free throw coming up. He's 15 of 31 for the line this season. He missed them both. Molia with the rebound. Trojans can take the lead. Gavin McLaren back out top. Hudson McLaren, 4:49 to play. Pass left baseline to Petty. Into Gavin McLaren through the double team, and we've got a foul called on Rippon. Atlantic will inbounds for the baseline. That's 4 on Denison-Schleswig here in the fourth quarter. Atlantic with 3.
And that's 4 on him.
4 on Rippon. So Hudson McLaren will trigger from the baseline, right side of the basket. Looking for a cutter. Finds Molia, top of the circle. Baseline Petty, wide open. Fires a 3, no good. Rippon rebound for Denison-Schleswig. Monarchs bring the ball across the timeline in methodical fashion. Galvin, high and right to Blaine Grady. Baseline to back. Grady, high and right. 1 point lead for the Monarchs. Beck, baseline covered by Gavin McLaren. Baseline drive. Beck, follow away Jay. Got it. What a great job by Beck for Denison-Schleswig. Baseline drive, follow away. Got the short Jay, 45-42. Monarchs by 3. Atlantic in the front with Petty. Hands it off to Jensen. Into Molia. Low block shot. Nope. Rebound. Rippon. Foul. Gavin McLaren.
Yeah, it's kind of over the back there a little bit.
Gavin with 14 points here in the ball game. 12 of those coming in the first half. 45-42. Monarchs by 3 with 4:06 to play. Beck will bring it across the timeline for Denison-Schleswig. Atlantic in a zone, a 2-3 zone. Galvin high and right. Bounce pass, Rippon, baseline, Blaine Grady. Guarded by Gavin McLaren. 20 in the shot clock for Denison. Back to Beck, top of the circle. Back door to Rippon, down low. Hook shot is no good. And the rebound loose, picked up by Bigness. Put back is good. Boy, Bigness, Johnny on the spot. 47-42, Monarchs. Atlantic front court possession. Out top, Jensen. High and right, Petty. 3:25 to go. 47-42, Denison-Schleswig. Baseline, Petty. Cut off by Bigness. Back out top. 17 shot clock. Hudson, top of the circle. Weaves his way in. Runner off the glass and good. Hudson's first bucket comes at a good time. 47-44, Monarchs by 3. Near the 3-minute mark to play. Galvin out top for Denison-Schleswig. And the ball stolen by Molia. He'll take it to the rim, lays it up and good!
Oh my. Atlantic just keeps fighting their way back, within one here, and we need to go ahead, this last 2.5 minutes.
47-46. The Monarchs lead melts to one. Amalia's steal and layup. Timeout called by Coach Fink, and we'll take it with them. We're back right after these on 95.7 FM.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at Stein's.
Hey there, this is Tanner from your Atlantic IV, and I've got some exciting...
And the Monarchs in their season finale. Monarchs won the first meeting here a couple of weeks ago. Atlantic trying to even the score. 2:45 to play. Monarchs led 11-10 after one quarter. 23-20 to halftime break. 38-33 after 3. And now it's a 47-46 Denison lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. 2:45 to play. Inbounds out top to Galvin for Denison. At the top of the circle, off the screen, angles right. On the dribble, right side of Beck. Out top to Bigness. Bigness has been huge in the game. Rippon. Beck, top of the circle. Right side, Galvin. Deep three, got it. He ran it home. Galvin with 4 threes tonight. 50-46 Monarchs. Atlantic in the front court, Molia. Over to Hudson McLaren. Molia, free throw line, elevates and fires. Missed the shot, too strong. Rebound comes off to Hudson or Taylor Jensen. Great hustle by Jensen. New shot clock for Atlantic. Trojans down by 4, 2 minutes left. Hudson McLaren drives, baseline Petty. For 3, good!
Again, tighten it up within one here. And
50-49. Monarchs lead is 1 on the Seed Pros scoreboard, 1:47 to play. Baseline to Rippon. Rippon holds the ball out down low to Blaine Grady. He's been held in check in the second half. Beck high and right to Galvin. He's the guy that's been hot. 4 threes for Galvin, out to Beck. Monarchs basketball over to Rippon on the left wing. Rippon, a bounce pass baseline. Bigness, Rippon. Back to the top. 8 of the shot clock for Denison. They got to start going towards the bucket. Blaine Grady on the drive. Step back, deep 2. No good. Rebound Hudson or Taylor Jensen. Atlantic can take the lead this possession. Baseline Hudson. Down low to Gavin. Layup.
There it is,
Atlantic with the lead.
Open inside again.
51-50. Atlantic with a 1-point lead. Gavin McLaren with a bucket for the Trojans.
Timeout Denison.
1:05 to play. We're back right after these.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. Add fantastic food, beverages, plus BP superior fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the keep-you-going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the keep-you-going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
At Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We've been dedicated to our communities for over 35 years. From real estate and ag loans to personal and commercial banking, we offer a full range of financial services tailored to meet your needs. We believe in giving back and being involved in the communities we serve. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us at rollinghillsbank.com.
What a finish, 1:05 to go. Atlantic takes a 51-50 lead. Coach Fink calls a timeout for Denison-Schleswig. They've got the basketball in their front court, about the midcourt stripe near sideline. 65 seconds on the clock. Bounce pass to the Beck. Beck guarded by Molly at the top of the circle. He'll deliver to the right side of Galvin. 1 minute to play. 51-50 Atlantic. Baseline, Bigness down low, swatted away by Gavin McLaren. Ball loose, Bigness gets it back for Denison. He knocked it out of bounds.
Atlantic's ball. Now we just need to take our time.
Coach Fink wants full court pressure. Atlantic with the ball in the backcourt along the baseline. Grant Petty will throw it in. To Moya, they clear the press easily. Moya high and left. 48 seconds to go. The ball must throw it away. Hudson McLaren saves it for Atlantic. Grant Petty high and right. Petty guarded by Beck at the top of the circle. And he'll hand it off to Hudson McLaren. 20 the shot clock, 34 the game clock. Atlantic by a point. 16 the shot clock, 30 the game clock. Atlantic up 51-50. Hudson McLaren, the emblem, with the basketball. He's guarded by Galvin, top of the circle. Off the screen from McLaren. He'll drive right side to Jensen. Back out top to Petty. Petty on the drive. Layup up, no good. Rebound Rippon. Monarchs with it with 14 seconds to play. Down by 1. And timeout, Coach Fink, with 10 seconds on the clock. We'll keep it right here. 51-50. What a finish. Monarchs led 41-33, an 8-point lead to start this frame. They led 38-33 at the third quarter break. They got a 3-point shot from Galvin to make it 41-33, but then Atlantic just kind of able to scratch and claw their way back. Up by 1 now. We'll see what Coach Fink draws up here, Cody Weaver.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I don't see him taking a deep shot, and, you know, we've done a good job the second half, in my opinion, with guys in the paint. No easy real layups or anything, so whatever they do, they're going to have to work for this last bucket here with 10.8 to go.
So the Trojans will come out with Taylor Jensen, who's seen action tonight. Molly will come out, Grant Petty, Hudson McLaren, and Gavin McLaren. And for the Monarchs, it'll be Beck, Rippon, Blaine Grady, Bigness, and Galvin will be coming out for Denison-Schleswig. For the 5 starters for the Monarchs. And the Nimitz not in there. Here comes Atlantic. 10.8 seconds to play. 51-50, Atlantic by 1. Monarchs with the basketball. They certainly don't want to hurry it. We'll see what kind of defense Atlantic will bring out. They're not going to contest the throw-in.
Well, I mean,
here's the throw-in by Bigness. Out top to Beck. 8 seconds to go. Beck fires the 3. No good. Rebound Hudson McLaren, then it goes out of bounds. 3.7 seconds to play. Now Denison-Schleswig will throw it in baseline, left side of the basket.
And it's going to have to be a quick shot, and you don't want anything easy right there, right under the bucket either.
They don't contest the throw-in. Bigness to toss it in. Way out top to Beck. 2 seconds, fires a deep shot, no good. Rebound, Gavin McLaren. Game over. Atlantic wins. Atlantic wins the game. Their second straight. They won last Friday against Lennox, and they come back tonight. And they win this one 51-50 over the Monarchs. A great effort by both squads here in this ball game. But the Trojans able to come away with the win. And they had to come from behind to do it in the fourth quarter. They were down by 8. And they're down 41-33. And they were able to score 18 points to 9 for Denison-Schleswig in the fourth quarter. What a job. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Trojans 51, Denison-Schleswig 50. We're back in 2 minutes.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram, or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LBL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LBL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my client's best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate.
Cass Health and Neighbors Caring for Neighbors. We look at the scoring for Denison-Schleswig. Blaine Grady with 15. Owen Galvin, who had 4 3-point shots for the Monarchs, kept him going in that second half, ended up with 14 points. And Roman Bigness had 11. 5 points for Lincoln Beck and 3 for Sante Lopez. 50 points for the Monarchs. For Atlantic, their 51 looks like this, and we'll go top to bottom. Kennick Jewell, the point guard, with 2. Hudson McLaren had 2, a big shot. Shelton Malya had one of his better offensive nights for the Trojans. He had 13 points for Atlantic. Grant Petty with 2 3-point shots in the second half. He ended up with 8 points for the game. And Gavin McLaren led Atlantic with 16 points here tonight. Also, Sawyer Terrell had a big 3 in the first half, another big 3 in the second half. He ended up with 6 points for the Trojans. 51-50, your final. Atlantic over Denison-Schleswig here in Hawkeye 10 conference play. And that's their last regular season game. They'll be at Ballard on Monday night. We'll have a broadcast in that sub-state game in Class 3A on Monday night. Postgame brought to you by Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors.
Just when you think he's Mr. Perfect, he wakes up and proves me wrong. You can't charge a junk battery. Look here, mister. Replace it. I called Atlantic Egg and Auto, gave them make and model, and they have a new battery waiting at the counter. Go. Go now. Here's a Mr. Pibb and peanut M&Ms to tide you over so you don't have to make any stops. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest retail stores. Your go-to for batteries, parts, and sometimes fixing relationship and his hunger problems.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
This game show brought to you by Cass Health, Neighbors Caring for Neighbors. I need to give Reed Woodward some love here. He had 2 points in the first half. I failed to give his points here. Let's take a look here again. Gavin McLaren with 16 in the ball game. Shelton Malya with 13 points. Grant Petty with 8. Sawyer Terrell had 6. And 4 players with 2. Kennick Jewell with a pair. Hudson McLaren with a pair. Also 2 for Reed Woodward and 2 for Taylor Jensen, who saw a lot of action.
We need to make sure that's, I think it's maybe Cade Jensen or Caden Jensen, maybe. We'll find out for sure. He's not in the program, junior for us.
So it could be Caden Jensen.
Yes.
He snuck in there on us, and but I tell you what, he's certainly worth mentioning. I thought he really played well for the Trojans as we wait to Dalton Franken. I hope to talk to Coach here. Is Atlantic able to end the regular season with 2 wins, Cody? I mean, Atlantic's on Friday. They come back tonight and face a tough Denison team. These 2 battled earlier. Denison wins that game at their home floor, and then Atlantic comes back to win here tonight, 51-50. So they've got some momentum going into postseason now.
Both teams, I think the score was, almost tied at half as well. Maybe they had 1 up and we ended up with 1 up. So it was a good second half for Atlantic. And it's nice to see a win, and you could kind of feel it on the home court as well.
So here we go, and coming in to joining here is Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken. Again, the Trojans with a 51-50 win. Came from behind at that fourth quarter. Coach, congratulations. You've won 2 in a row now as you head into postseason. But what can you say about this group's effort here tonight?
They found a way. Fourth quarter, I don't know. We were down 7 or 8. I don't.
8 points.
We were down 8. Yeah. Down 8. Yeah, you had a kid get hot from the perimeter, which is unfortunately kind of what seems to happen against us. But coaching staff talked me into going to our 1-2-2 zone, and that did the trick. Sheldon Walio was a animal up top on that thing. I don't know how many. He got a couple steals out of it, a couple deflections, and then he got a deflection. They kicked it to the corner for a 3. He sprinted down, got the damn rebound, and then sprinted and took the ball in a transition. So, but proud of the way we found ways to get stops down the stretch, and then finish those stops with rebounds. That was huge for us.
I thought your ball movement was pretty good tonight as well, right?
Yeah, the ball movement there, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter, got a lot better. Cale Jensen came in, gave us some big minutes there in the fourth. Made a winning play, dove on the floor for a loose ball to get us an extra possession. I mean, that's the stuff it takes to win. Those are winning plays, and when it's a one-possession basketball game, that extra possession goes a long way. And Sawyer Terrell, Hunter Nelson, I mean, everybody contributed in some way tonight, and was just proud that they found a way to get it done.
Cale Jensen, we stuck in on his coach, and talk about him getting some playing time tonight. We hadn't seen him for a while.
Yeah, we got Cale was his first day of eligibility was today,
okay.
So but he's been a beast in practice. He's a big, strong kid, works his tail off, rebounds the heck out of the basketball, and I mean he looks like an athlete out there, man.
Yes.
He makes plays, and big, strong kid. So obviously he'll continue to just get more comfortable, but he's been tearing it up in the JV games here for the last six, seven games. I don't know how many he's played, but he's 10, 15 boards a night is what he's been giving Coach Blake in the JV games. So Cale was. It was nice to get Cale out there tonight.
It wasn't without adversity, too. I mean, you had Kenny Jewell with some foul trouble. Grant Petty got in some foul trouble early. Then Petty comes in with 2 big three-point shots second half.
Yeah, and it's tough because it's, you get out of your rhythm when you're sitting on the dang bench, and I think that was kind of with Kenny tonight. He just never really got in the flow or got in the rhythm, but down the stretch there, Grant was huge for us, hit a couple big shots, and the thing with Grant is, I mean, he gives you all he's got all the time, so it's tough not to trust a kid like that is giving you everything he's got. So Grant was big for us down the stretch.
Coach, anything else to add about the win? You got some momentum now.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to win 2 in a row, and then we got to have 5 really, really good practices, and then go on the road Monday to Ballard and play our best game of the season, and see where that gets us. But we'll get them ready here in practice, and we'll get after it, and we'll be ready to go on Monday.
Sounds great, Coach. Thanks for stopping by. Congrats on the win. We'll see you Monday in Ballard.
Appreciate it.
You bet. Gavin, Dalton, Frank, and joining us here on a post-game show. Fantastic, good job of the Trojans here tonight. Again, they came back in that fourth quarter. Cody Weaver and Coach Franken talked about it. They went to that zone, and that made a big difference, and Malia was so good at the point guard.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure Malia didn't have like 4 in the fourth quarter. It seemed like he had a couple picks anyway. But overall, they did a lot of good job passing. The one hit Malia kind of in the face from Gavin. He had 2 guys on him, and he saw Malia back behind him on the other side of the bucket and kind of threw it up there to Malia, and Malia wasn't expecting that. He thought Gavin was going to do what Gavin does and just use his body and go up and get the shot, and he actually passed it off, and it surprised Malia. But it was a good game. They battled back and forth. They never gave up, and it's nice to see them get a win. The kids definitely deserve that. You can tell that they work hard, and defensively tonight they were on the go 100% of the time.
Well, from the hardwood to the mats, Cody, you'll be in Des Moines starting tomorrow. You'll be there tomorrow night, and of course Chris Varney will be there tomorrow morning, afternoon, and night, and for the next 4 days. Atlantic with 6 wrestlers in the state tournament. We can't wait to see how things shake out there. 2A tomorrow night, and the action on KSOM.
Yep, all weekend we'll be doing probably 1A and 2A coverage, afternoon and evening. They kind of keep the same schedule. Then we'll do placing rounds on Saturday morning with all 3, 3A, 2A, and 1A. So we'll bring you the local teams. We've got, a few Ottoman kids in there, the Atlantic kids, some Riverside kids, I think maybe one from Southwest Valley.
Harlan's got some kids.
Yeah, Harlan's got some kids. So we'll be covering those local kids here. And,
Riverside's got a lot. Nottoway Valley, they've got a lot of kids
Nottoway Valley. We'll be looking forward to that.
Audubon, they have 3 in there. So Coach Christensen, a Atlantic alum and a former wrestler here, he's got 3 in that tournament as well. So you'll be busy, and Cody will have some play-by-play as well over on KSOM. Hey, tomorrow night we'll have regional basketball. It's going to be a good one, Atlantic and Harlan. The winner will play on Saturday night for a trip to the state tournament. Tune in. Right as of now, the game will tip at 7, and we'll have pregame at 6:30. But stay tuned in case that game is moved. They have been moving some of these games. Well, this one here was moved to 6. So
we got in on part of the radio gig on 95.7, but the other game, they already had it lined up in advance, and it is definitely cold. But cold never hurt anybody, except for Debbie. She's bailing on us, going somewhere warm. We do appreciate the fans, with the text and everything. And it's nice to know that, people enjoy the video and enjoy listening to you, Tom.
And you. And we want to, and Kale.
Most of the texts we get are, can Cody be quiet? We want to hear the coverage from Tom.
Cody, thanks a bunch for all you do. We appreciate you and look forward to your call in Wells Fargo Arena Des Moines the next 4 days as well. For Cody Weaver, I'm Tom Robinson. Thank you for joining us once again. The final, Atlantic 51, Denison-Schleswig 50 in the boys Hawkeye 10 Conference season finale. Our next broadcast coming up tomorrow night from Harlan Regional semifinal play, Atlantic and